And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Ali LaForce. And checking out some numbers for Kristaps Porzingis.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. And it's Risache in at the 3 slot. And for Washington, they've got Chris Middleton, Carlton Carrington out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Alexander Sarr, and it's Champagnie at the 4 slot. And we've got a great one for you here tonight. A good old-fashioned conference rivalry legs.
There's nothing wrong with teams disliking each other, and I think we've got that here tonight. It's been abundantly clear over the years. I would not be surprised if things got a little chippy tonight.
That's what we're here for, baby.
I'm ready for it.
Now here's Sarr, and out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. And the Hawks with possession here. Daniels outside. Up top, Johnson. Back to Daniels. Young against McCollum. Clock at 6. Young misses. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for Washington. Pass to Sarr. Here's Champagnie. Covered by Daniels. Here's Carrington. Here's Sarr. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Now here's Young. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Shots good by Carrington.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And that one's good. Young.
Very difficult to predict where Trae Young is going when he puts it on the floor. With that ability to change direction and change pace.
Here's Champagnie. Back to McCollum. Pass to Middleton. And he buries his first look.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
A huge part of the Milwaukee Bucks 2021 championship run, Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he averaged 24 points a game during those playoffs, BA. And his injury the following year was a big reason the Bucks didn't repeat. Middleton, at his all-star peak, was something special.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. It's stolen. On the push, here comes Atlanta. McCollum with a steal. Back to Middleton. Daniels outside, to the right side. There's the screen by Johnson. There's Young with the 3. And stolen by Middleton. Pass to McCollum. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Hawks trail by 5. Here's Young. There's the drive. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Young's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, Trae Young can get work done inside as well.
McCollum, the pass to Sarr. Washington again can't hit. The Hawks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. All sorts of time. Rebound by Middleton.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Back over to you.
Okay, thanks for the report, Ali.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keith. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So for Washington, Kispert's checked in for Champagny, and it's Koulibaly in for Carrington. Here's Middleton, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Johnson, and it's rejected.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
So for Washington, Bagley's checked in for Sarr. George comes in for Middleton. And it's Johnson in for C.J. McCollum. Johnson finds Bagley from 15 feet away. Drained it for 2 points.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
I love their approach tonight. They are hitting at a really high percentage.
Now here's Porzingis. Still no points. On the wing, Risache. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. And Washington with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Driving to the basket. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Good to see Risache attacking like that. When he sees the lane open up, he gets real aggressive.
Here's Johnson. And it's Washington with another. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Washington leading by 8. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Washington.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
Bilal Koulibaly out there with Johnson. Then there's George. Then it's Kispert. And it's Gill in at the center. That's the group for Washington right now. And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Trey, quick on the take, and he banks in the layup. Young's got 8.
That is a nice job by Young, able to slither through that defense and finish despite the contact.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the Wizards making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes. Krejci's checked in for Risache. Alexander Walker comes in for Daniels. And it's Kennard in for Trae Young.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Stolen by Koulibaly. And here comes the break. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Washington making some changes. Champagny, he's checked in for George. Carrington comes in for Johnson. And it's McCollum in for Johnson. And here in the second with about 1.5 minutes gone by. Pass to McCollum. Back to Koulibaly. 6 to shoot. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Gay, defended by Kispert. Kennard outside. It's stolen by Koulibaly. And he throws it down with one hand.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Here's Alexander Walker. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Now here's Carrington. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Sinks it from distance. Carrington's got 6. Well, Tim, offensive efficiency has soared in recent seasons. So what has that done to the defensive landscape?
Well, offenses now are always hunting for the weakest link. So individually, even if you can guard your own position, you may end up in a difficult switch where you are at a disadvantage.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Sars checked in for Washington. Middleton comes in for Coulibaly. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Carlton Carrington. It's his first trip to the line, and a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risache. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
Yep, count it.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside, Alexander Walker. We've got 1:23 left to play in the second quarter. Shots blocked. To the middle. Going all the way to the rack. And McCollum slams it in.
Well, really nice job by McCollum creating something in transition with his activity.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. This group almost automatic from the line. The league's best free throw shooting small forwards. 5th is Chris Middleton.
And these fellas have their free throw strokes down. Each one could probably shoot a high percentage blindfolded.
Attacking the defense before they are set up is important in this league, and these guys do a great job of getting themselves to the line.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at Atlanta, already they're on the outside looking in. 9th place in the conference. And, of course, Washington, now 7.5 games back.
Checking out Atlanta, they're sort of where we expected them to be at this point. A tough opponent, but not a team that you fear.
And this is just about where I thought they'd be. The truth is, to get to the next level for this team, they're probably going to need to make a big trade at some point.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Young. Porzingis has gotten his first basket of the night. Down low. Here's Sar. And finished off by Sar.
Sar using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. Pass to Daniels. Knocks down the long J. Daniels has got his second bucket on the night.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul. 19 seconds left in the first half of this one. McCollum outside. Back to Sar. Lets the 3 fly. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight. There's Young with the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Wizards out in front, up 10. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, please correct your exact.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Washington Wizards.
3 has been their magic number. They are shooting that thing.
Shooting it for real. Hitting those shots opens up everything for them. They should have a lot of room to operate in the second half.
And circling back to the first half, what about these 2 point guards?
You might think I only like seeing the big man battles. You're half right. I prefer those, but this guard matchup is fun too.
Nice of you to say, big fella. Thanks for humoring the rest of us.
You're welcome, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker, he's done a great job moving the ball around.
So this is a nice adjustment, running the offense through him tonight. That's a nice little switch up.
On the court for the Hawks. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. Trae is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. And it's Risache in at the 3 spot. Yes! Kristaps showing some range.
And Porzingis has always been a threat from deep. And at his height, it probably feels like no one can block his shot.
McCollum, a pass to Middleton. There's a screen. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Wizards lead by 9.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Legs, you look at the Atlanta Hawks. They are no strangers to the play-in tournament.
Yeah, BA, since making the Eastern Finals as a 4 seed in 2021, they've been a perennial play-in team. They're trying to find a way to make another deep run.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report.
I think Daniels' overall size had something to do with that. It helped him protect the basketball and get the and one.
Quickly becoming one of the most feared defenders in the game, Tim. Dyson Daniels.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, Brian. Daniels is always engaged. Every second he's on the court, and he's right there lurking for a deflection or a steal.
Now here's Carrington. He's got 6. Middleton looking around. And counted from 12 feet. Middleton's got 6.
Yeah, whether it's his passing or scoring, Middleton will pick you apart in the 2-man game.
Here's Young into the lane. Oh, Trae taking it himself.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
Outside Carrington. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And Porzingis with the block.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. They kick it out to Porzingis. That shot off the mark.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
McCollum outside. Out to the right wing. Clock at 4. Oh, deflected. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Possession to Atlanta.
With a short break, we look at some of the stingiest defenses in the NBA. In the 3rd spot, Atlanta.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
Koulibaly, he's checked in for Washington. The drive by Daniels. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Possession to Atlanta.
Young from long range. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
And their all-around play has been the key to chipping away at this deficit.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Off the inbound. Okongwu with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the 3rd. Krejci. Pass to Kennard. Driving in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Now here's Koulibaly. He's got 6. Czar misses. Here's Alexander Walker. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
To the paint. And legs over the next few years. The Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, BA, this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
The Wizards making a switch here. Kispert's checked in. Kennard on the wing. Back to Alexander Walker. And stolen by Middleton. And the Wizards on the break. Tries it from 16, and he connects with a jumper. Middleton's got 6 points in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Washington.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Here's Coulibaly following the score by Atlanta. Alexander Walker with it, picked up by Coulibaly. Back to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 5. They set a pick. And the shot clock expired. 24-second violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Johnson. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Atlanta on top, leading by a point. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Keyshawn George. C.J. McCollum is out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Corey Kispert, and it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. So for the Hawks, here's Daniels. Bangs it home with one hand.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Now here's Johnson. Defense is right there. It's rebounded by Risache.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
Young finds Porzingis. Porzingis slamming it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Pass to McCollum. Here's Johnson. The 3-ball. And again, Washington, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Young can't hit. The Wizards trail by 5. And here's McCollum. Washington moving the ball around. Outside Coulibaly. Clock at 6. From deep, Johnson. Rebounded by Daniels.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the Wizards. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Johnson a screen on McCollum. Young, and he drives in. Fearless from Young inside.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Wizards trail by 4. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Yeah, they needed that timeout. They're searching for answers right now, how to slow this guy down.
And Washington will go for a different look here. Sars checked in for George. Champagny comes in for Kispert. Middleton is checked in for Johnson. And it's Carrington in for Coulibaly.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Young looking around. Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. Rebounded by Sarr. The Wizards have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Middleton can't get the go-ahead bucket. Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Oh, off target from downtown. Washington has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. And he slams it down.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. McCollum gets it to go.
Well, McCollum is a proven scorer, but he's even more dangerous in big moments.
Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. Young misses the three.
He's lost his momentum in a big hurry. Coming off an excellent quarter, now he just can't find the bucket.
Oh, it's off target. The Hawks have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Young against McCollum. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
And Atlanta has possession. Daniels outside. Ooh, a matching slam. Back and forth they go.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Here's McCollum. Using the glass to lay it in.
Well, C.J. McCollum rising to the occasion. What a clutch performer.
And McCollum no good on that one. In transition, here they come. Daniels. And a one-handed slam.
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
McCollum with it. So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out to the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Trae, this is a young team. Talk about the chemistry and the connection and how you play together.
You're around us outside of the locker room. You can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. You can tell the reason why we do that. And I love this group.
The connection is there on and off the court. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Trae Young.